What's good, y'all? Man, we got a lot to talk about today. I mean, NBA now, NFL, college football, UFC, tons of stuff to cover.
hmm
But before we get into it, how are you doing? How was the weekend?
Man, I'm doing good, man. Had UFC 320 delivered, was phenomenal. Love the outcome of the main event. So all good. And my squad won on Saturday. I'm not gonna say anything about your squad. I'm gonna stay away from that. But yeah, I'm doing good, bro. How you doing?
I'm straight, man. I mean, yeah, one of the squads didn't win. Hey, but the Cowboys won. I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll take it for
hmm
sure. But before we jump into any football, any UFC, anything like that, something interesting happened shortly before we jumped on here. And I don't know if y'all saw this, but I'm gonna show y'all. Let's see. Did y'all happen to see this? Yeah, another decision is about to happen. He got the same shirt on and everything. Yeah, so it's supposed to happen tomorrow. So they
hmm
say. So yeah. After seeing that, I know that you hadn't seen it yet before I told you, but like what I mean, what popped into your head when you saw that?
So what instantly popped in my head is we're getting this is going to be his last season. He's going to do a whole little farewell tour for the whole season. Um, get to play get to play with Bronny, and then Bryce will go through his college season, get drafted, and yeah, I think that's where we're headed with that. What about you?
Yeah, it's definitely a farewell tour. I vaguely remember him saying, or at least I thought he said that he didn't want to do a farewell tour.
hmm
Um, but he deserves one. I mean, he's one of the greatest players to ever live. So I mean, he deserves to do that. I mean, Kobe got his thing when he did his farewell tour, and then bringing rocking chairs out to the middle of the court and stuff like that. He deserves it. He deserves it.
I, I
With
like how you said one of the greatest, though. I like how you worded that. I like how you
oh
worded
man, actually, I was about to get into that too. Like, so
that.
let's say that that's what he's about to do, right? That's what he
hmm
announces tomorrow.
hmm
What I'm not gonna do is I'm not gonna bring Jordan into LeBron's greatness. I'm not gonna do it. I think everybody knows where I stand on it, um, but to me, it's unfair to Bron to do that. I think that, like I said, he is one of the greatest of all time. He's done some amazing things, and if you go by the career length of being great for as long as possible, I mean, it's hard to say that anybody's done it as long as he has at
hmm
anything. I mean, anything. So he deserves all of the flowers that he's going to get. So I'm not going to bring Jordan into any conversations with him going forward during this retirement tour. Now, if we have conversations about who's the greatest of all time, then you have to. But
hmm
but it is what it is. And I mean, hopefully for me, hopefully that's the case. Hopefully he's retiring. I ain't trying to
Yeah,
see him get no rings.
yeah. I'm not trying to see any more rings either, bro. You already know me and you. We standing in the same location on the GOAT. But yeah, like you definitely. There's no arguing with what he's done in his career to do it at that level for that long. Big respect, phenomenal career, champion, all the above. Definitely one of the greatest to ever do it.
Yeah, 100%. Um, so before we get into some football stuff, shout out to the chat. Vincent said he got a uncrustable in his hand. Dude,
Bro, he a real one.
for real, dude, uncrustables, dog. I I can get down with some uncrustables, dog, for real. When you played Alabama, like
Mm-hmm.
what was the food like? What were they doing
Bro, it's
pregame, postgame, all that?
Bro, it's funny you say that. So during halftime, they actually give out Uncrustables 100%.
Mhm,
100% during halftime, they do. I would say, but pregame, it really just depends on the what time kickoff is.
mhm,
Depends on like, what you do before the game, whatnot. But like there's a big dinner like the night before that Friday night. It's a whole little thing. But it really obviously like if you have a night game, you're doing a whole bunch more before the game if you got like a noon kick or 11 a.m. kick, something like that.
mhm. Yeah, yeah. Did you like to play on a empty stomach or like you want to be full?
So in baseball, man, I had a whole little routine, dude. Like I would leave my apartment at the same time every day. I would get to the ballpark, go through my little routine. I would eat when I get to the ballpark. Then I would eat again about up until about an hour and 15 before the game. And then that's when I would start getting ready for the game. But yeah, like I wanted something on my stomach, just
Mhm.
but not too much. Like you don't want to be stuffed, but you just want something in there.
Yeah. No, that makes sense.
Hmm.
That makes sense. All right, so let's dip into some UFC stuff. So, um, all is right with the world apparently. Alex
Yes.
Pereira has regained the light heavyweight championship. Um, I mean, I didn't think it was gonna go like that. Like, now I will say this, like, for our picks thing, I definitely thought about picking Alex because how often do you get a dog
Hmm.
that's like that's Alex? You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
And a
Hmm.
pretty significant one at that.
Hmm.
So I definitely thought about it, but I was like, man, I gotta get all the points I can, man. I'm at the back of this thing. So I didn't want to risk it, even though I should have. But um, did you see it going? If Alex won, did you see it going like this?
So g- going into the fight, man, I even on the stream when I was telling people like, man, I've been dreading it. I have not been looking forward to this because I just didn't want to see a repeat of the first fight. And bro, as soon as the fight started, bro, Alex was on him in his face. I was like, oh yeah, I like this. I like
Yeah.
what I'm seeing right now. I like this. And I mean, he just went after him. And
Hmm.
like Uncle Live just could not get anything going in that minute and 10 seconds. And Alex got him out of there with the quickness.
Yeah, man, it wasn't even fair. It wasn't even fair what he did to him. It was not right.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I mean, as soon as he hopped out there and started going forward, I was like, "Oh, he's gonna knock him out." I
Mm-hmm.
mean, like as soon as the thing started, I immediately wish I could change my pick, like
Mm-hmm.
immediately, because I knew
Mm-hmm.
Uncle Ives not surviving that.
Mm-hmm. Did you get a chance to see Izzy's reaction to it?
Yes, yeah,
Bro, like he's saying the exact same thing. As soon as the fight, he's like, "Oh nah, he's on, he's on. It's
hmm
over, it's over."
yeah. It was a wrap. I mean, from the jump, and then
Mm-hmm.
he hit the little celly afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it couldn't have gone better for him, man. It really couldn't have. And now he's got options. So
Yep.
so we didn't have crosswalk last week, and you remember I told you that I had a question for you. And obviously
Mm-hmm.
that question is null and void now, but I'm gonna tell you what the question was. The question was, is this the most pivotal fight in Alex Pereira's career? Now, you could probably still answer that question, but do you think it's the most pivotal?
Most pivotal. All right. So before this past weekend, I probably would say nah. I wouldn't. I would say no because I mean his legacy was already etched in stone. Like he already was a Hall of Famer before this past weekend.
Mhm.
This past weekend just added to it, but I do think depending who the next fight is, and I have who I think it will be. It could be the next fight could be the pinnacle, depending who it is. Because I think there's potentially somebody out there or a couple guys out there that could just take him and put him in a totally different category.
Yeah, no, it's true. It's true. And in the post-fight press conference, he did bring the name up.
Mm-hmm.
Um, which is very interesting. So for those that don't know, I'm pretty sure y'all seen it on social media at this point. He brought up John Jones, and he didn't want to call him out in the ring because, or in the octagon, because out of respect for Arthur Jones passing. So, which was class act. But what's your appetite for seeing that fight?
I'm here for it. I'm here, bro. I was calling for this fight over a year ago, bro. I was saying
Mhm.
it. I was probably saying this when everybody was doing the whole John Jones versus Aspinall. I was calling for it, and everybody was like, "Are you crazy? It's not gonna happen." I'm like, it makes a lot of sense. It's gonna make a lot of money. John wants it. Alex is gonna want it. Like I understand everybody wants the John Aspinall fight, but at the end of the day, I'm pretty sure everybody in here will watch John fight Alex at the end of the day. You know what I mean?
Absolutely, that's a super fight. That's a super
Mm-hmm.
fight. So I see you, Grammy, calling for Allberg, which I agree. Allberg's the rightful next person up.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just when these fighters and these are in these legacy stages, like some of these things kind of get put on the back burner. And sometimes I hate it, sometimes I can understand it, but um I'm curious how they're gonna broach that situation. But if if Alex were to go up and to fight John, like there's no belt on the line. It's a super fight. It's just a super
Yep.
fight.
Perfect.
I'm curious if they would make him drop the belt because it's not for another belt.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm curious how
I,
they would do that.
I definitely think it wouldn't be for a title, but bro, how many times have we missed opportunities like this where we have where everything just comes together? We get the opportunity where we can get like real super fights.
Yeah.
Like we missed out on GSP,
Yep.
Anderson Silva, John Jones. Like
Mhm.
we missed out on so many of those big fights.
Yep.
And the opportunities here, man. I think they should seize it, bro. Like there's so much potential legacy on the line. Imagine if Alex wins. Three division champ. I mean, just be crazy. And if John wins, it only cements his legacy. Like I think it would be a phenomenal matchup.
Yeah. Yeah. No, see, and I think this is kind of the thinking that most people would have. If it's a Jones and Poitin fight, Oberg would happily wait in the shadows until his chance comes up. Um, Andrew, the wrong person enters this chat. They cook with all the wrenches.
Yep, exactly.
Um, yeah, so that's another thing is the June 14th White House card. Um, that I guess that was announced June 14th being Donald Trump's birthday. How do you feel about this announcement?
I mean, it's got to happen at some point. I mean, especially if we get John Poitin. I mean, hey, I'm here for it. Like the all the outside noise. Like I can let go of all that. Miss me with all that. I just want to see who gets matched up in there, and
Mhm.
hopefully for that kind of card, we get fights that rival like UFC 300. Like we should definitely get that type of card for an event of that magnitude.
Yeah, you would think so. You would think so. Um, so going down the card, I mean, there's not a ton to say about Marab versus Sandhagen, but it kind of played out the way that I thought it was going to play out. Um, I'm not really surprised by it, but what are your thoughts on that particular fight?
I think round two opened a lot of people's eyes on Marab's hands, man. Like this dude is getting better on the feet, and he's only gonna get better because that gas tank is not going anywhere. And you
Right.
gotta respect it. Everybody knows it's such a problem to deal with that you're so conscious of it that yeah, he gonna slip up and he gonna catch you on the chin a few times just because he's
Mhm.
quick and he's athletic, you know.
Yeah, he is, man. And to me, it just really cemented like the way that you're gonna beat Marab is you got to hurt him. Like you
Mm-hmm.
hurt him because if you can't play a point fighting type of situation, nothing like that. And the main reason that I went with Marab over Corey is because Corey, I didn't feel like Corey had the ability to hurt him like that.
Yeah.
Like, sure, he has those knees, but if we know he has those knees, Marab knows that. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and Corey's not going to hit him with one shot that's going to be like, that's going to put Marab on notice to be like, oh, wait, maybe I should not enter so recklessly. Like, it's got to be somebody that can hurt him like that. And Corey he isn't that guy. Even though I thought that
Mm-hmm.
Corey fought well, Marab's just different, man. They,
Yeah.
they haven't figured it. They haven't figured it out yet.
Yeah. If you don't have that danger factor where you can end it in
Yeah.
the blink of an eye with Marab, like he's just gonna give you trouble. Because think about it, even if you rock him and you hurt him and you can't finish him, just like we saw in the Marlon Moraes fight, he
Yeah.
dig deep and then finish Marlon Moraes. And then even with the Triple C, he rocked him and hurt him in that fight. And Marab gets up, shakes it off, and it's just gonna drown you.
Yeah, that's true. Shout out to Lane. I see you on your victory lap, man. I applaud that victory. I really do. I really
I
do.
love it for you, Lane. I love it for you.
100%. Tehran said he saw UFC is looking to book Gaethje versus Topuria for 324 in January, and co-main event being Holloway versus Pimblett. I'm not mad at it. I mean, you might, like I said months ago, you got to get Gaethje out the way. Just go ahead and get it out the way.
Mm-hmm.
I think we have a good idea of how that's going to go. But you got to get it out there. I mean, give that dude his shot. After he probably loses, he's going to retire. So get it out the way.
Yep.
You know.
Yeah, I'm actually curious to see what they're gonna do about December, because I mean that still hasn't got announced. So I wonder who that's gonna be. If it's not gonna be Ilya, then it's got to be like Volk, or I really don't know.
Yeah, Marab trying to come on back for December.
Yeah, he did say that. He did say that, but they ain't gonna headline. I mean, would they headline a card with Marab?
No,
Exactly.
no. See, now we get the Sandhagen versus Sugar fight we've been waiting on or been wanting. That's true. That's true.
Yeah, that's gotta happen.
Definitely got happen. So the Yuri Prochazka versus Khalil Roundtree fight.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, to me, that was the most exciting fight on the card. I mean,
Yeah.
So what did you think going into round 3 before anything happened?
So going into round 3, I was like, man, Yuri needs a finish. I was like, Khalil Roundtree is just cruising to a decision right here and got no problems. But then, man, the avalanche, they're like, that's literally Yuri Prochazka, man. Like it's literally like an avalanche. And it just starts with one little thing, and then he just puts so much pressure on you. The shots keep coming from all these wild angles, and eventually he's gonna catch you.
It was insane, and it really showed like the lack of other options for Khalil. Like once he started getting hit like that, there was no threat of any takedown. He didn't even really try. Like he tried to wrap him up a little bit, but I mean, he tried to wrap him up in a boxing type of way. It's like, dude, you can take him down, right? You can wrestle. And he didn't. And he just allowed Yuri to come right back into the fight. And I mean, the way that he fell, oh my God. Dude, that was heartbreaking. I hated seeing Khalil Roundtree lose like that, but I mean, that's what Yuri does. He did that same thing to Rakic. Rakic was doing well. He was doing very well. But
Do you put any stock into what Yuri said? He was like, yeah, I didn't really feel like I was in any danger round 1, round 2, and then like I finally felt like I needed something big, and I just went after him. Do you think if he had that same approach round 1 that the fight would have went differently, or he would have got the same outcome but sooner?
No, I don't put any stock into what he said, honestly. Like I think that the fight went the way that it went because because of the way that both of them were handling the fight. I think that Yuri started the fight. Obviously, we all thought it was weird the way that he was moving. He seemed like he didn't have
Mm-hmm.
his legs underneath him. He was slipping all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
Like Khalil wasn't making him do that. That was him.
Yeah.
And that wasn't because Khalil's no danger. Like no, Khalil did his no danger factor did not make you slip and slide. That's on
Yeah.
you. So no, I don't buy that. I think that once things got closer to the end, he knew that he had to put his foot on the gas and it worked. So I don't nah. And honestly, it was a little bit disrespectful to Khalil Roundtree, who I haven't seen the cards, but I would imagine that he was up on the cards going into the third. So
Oh yeah, for sure.
yeah, nah, I'm not buying that. I'm not buying it at all.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
I'm gonna be honest, man. The way Yuri like talks and the stuff he does, I wouldn't put anything it like nothing like that would surprise me with Yuri. Like he's probably like, oh, like like he doesn't have too much power. Like, yeah, I'm eating a couple shots, but it's not that bad. And then I don't know, bro. It's like he flips a switch. He's like, all right, I gotta go now. I gotta go. And he just goes after whoever is in front of him.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, now he is weird, and he does have some alternative thinking. So, I mean, that could be the case, but I don't know. I don't know if I don't know at what point, after those 2 rounds that he was like, this dude is no threat to winning. Now, I guess it was a threat to being knocked out, which it ain't like Khalil wasn't trying. He was throwing them
True.
shots,
True.
but Yuri did Yuri things, and it definitely added to his legacy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely Chris Cushman. Like he was 100%. And right before it started, the third round started, I was telling Lala like all he has to do is stay awake. If Khalil can stay awake for 5 minutes, he
Mm-hmm.
wins this fight. But he didn't. He didn't. Maybe that was my fault. Um Another one that was very disappointing to me, obviously, my boy Josh Emmett. Man, uh, he made Yusuf Zalal made quick work of him. I don't know. He just never got out the blocks, man. Just never got out the blocks.
Mm-hmm.
That was super
Yeah.
disappointing.
Yeah. Going into that one, I know I said on stream, I thought Zalal would make easy work of Josh Emmett. I just the young eats the old, man, in this sport. That's just how it goes. And like we've seen with Emmett when he faces guys that have the footwork, that can box a little bit, that just don't allow him just to plant his feet and just land those big shots, just give him trouble, and uses the law, gets it to the ground, locks up that arm bar for the verbal tap. And I mean, it was so quick. And man, uses the law can get back in there really quickly. You can probably throw him on UFC 321.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I definitely think so. What? Who hit S Dogs? Oh, was he hiding or something? I don't know.
Capri Sun in the house.
There you go. The Capri Sun kid.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man. What were they saying about Steve Garcia versus David Onama? That's
That it
not a main
wasn't
event.
not a main event or something like that.
They're saying I guess it's not. He was saying that it's not good enough to be a main event.
Okay. From an action standpoint, it is.
Yeah, from a name value standpoint, it's not, but from an action
Correct.
standpoint, it's gonna be a hell of a fight, man.
Oh
It's
yeah.
gonna be
Oh
a
yeah.
really good fight. Knockout could come from either side. Who do you
Mm-hmm.
favor in that?
Round one, Garcia. After round one, Onama.
Yep. Yeah.
Because for Garcia, man, I feel like so many of his knockouts are in the first round. And then if
Mhm.
it goes past the or he ain't afraid to get knocked out in the first round either. So I mean, Onama is just, I feel like in his last fight, he definitely showed some levels of improvement. Like the
Yeah.
fight IQ has stepped up. implemented his grappling in his last fight. So I think he's coming into his own in the UFC, and it's going to be a big fight for either guy because then you can get into that next level of fighting bigger names in the division.
Yeah, totally agree. Totally agree. All right, let's get into some college football real quick. So apparently Alabama beat Vanderbilt, if anybody cares about that. But
Hey, some people cared about it. I'm just gonna tell you, some people cared a lot about that.
so what did you take away from that particular victory?
For me, I would say first and foremost, Ty Simpson looks like the best quarterback in America. Dude's playing at a very high level. The offense is looking real good. The running game at Bama starting to click a little bit now. The run defense, though, we were getting gashed a bit. We gave up like a 65+ yard touchdown run, and that's going to be something we need to keep working on. But luckily enough, like the run games this year, for whatever reason, just don't look like how the run games have looked in the past. But I'm always glad to get out there with a win.
Yeah, no. Let me address this real quick. Yes, I did hear your voicemail. Actually, we played it a couple of times. Hilarious. Matter of fact, I need to play it on here. I'm gonna clip it and play it on the next episode. Y'all, it's hilarious. But yeah, man. I mean, Bama, they look like they're back to where they're supposed to be. That Florida State thing flip. And they're kind of tying everything all in. So definitely the opposite of what's happening with the Horns right now.
Bro, I was on the stream Saturday morning and I was telling people, I was like, don't be surprised if Texas goes down to Florida. I was saying it on my stream. Like, bro, Arch Manning, I don't know what's going on, but if he doesn't do something by the end of the season, they're going to have to have some real conversations about him being the guy there going forward. Because, I mean, you just cannot get play like this from that position.
Yeah, man. It's, I mean, for a person that's got that pedigree, supposed to be all these things, like, it's extremely disappointing that he's not able to do what's expected of him. So, and I honestly don't think that Florida, it's SEC standards, I don't think that they're that great, in comparison to, like I said, SEC standards. Texas should have won that game, but it is what it is, man. I mean, they're showing who they are. And you've said it before, but like in the SEC, man, every team got good athletes. You can't just out-athlete.
Yep. And you don't get a week off because with that said, now it's Red River. Y'all got OU coming into town. So things get very real very quickly in the SEC.
Yep, definitely. It's so crazy that them and Penn State losing to a winless UCLA team.
Yep.
I mean, that's awful. I think that's the worst. That's the worst loss of the weekend.
Yeah, that might be one of the worst losses in Penn State history.
Yeah, that's bad, man. That's really bad.
I think UCLA, I think they lost to, they fired their coach, but I think even the new guy, which is Rick Newhouse's son, I think he only had like maybe 2 days to prepare.
Yeah, that's bad. That's bad. They're in some. And Drew Aller looks a little confused back there.
Yeah,
he definitely looks a little confused. And definitely Miami, with their ranked number 2 now, they're coming for it. They coming.
Oh yeah. Miami looks good. Look real good.
Wait. What? With the Gator hate, it's not hate. It's just, have you seen the other Florida games? You know what's going on right now. You know what's really happening in Florida. Don't act like you don't know. It's not hating on them. It's just the truth. And I actually thought that Florida was going to do really well this year with DJ Lagway, but I mean they doing better than Texas, so can't say nothing. before we get out of the college thing, I do want to give a shout out to my school, UNT. They playing South Florida.
Yeah, y'all got a big game this week. Yeah.
Huge game.
Mhm.
South Florida ranked. We're
Mhm.
undefeated. If we beat South Florida, we will be ranked for the first time since 1959.
Okay.
So that's a
Okay.
big deal. That's a big
Yeah.
deal.
Yeah.
We're gonna see. We're gonna see what happens. All right. So let's talk about the NFL. Let me go ahead and get this out the way too. Cowboys corner. So we are, as you can see at the bottom, we're riding a 2-game unbeaten.
He said a 2-game unbeaten streak. One is a tie.
One to tie. I'll take it, man. You know how hard it is right now.
Oh, hey, you got to get it how you live, man.
I
You got
mean,
to get it how you
look,
live.
we gotta take all the wins we can, man, for real. But I will say this though, Dak Prescott, man. Dak Prescott is one of the best quarterbacks in the league. And that's not just because I'm a Cowboys fan. Like that dude is putting it together for real. And it is a boost of confidence that we did so well on offense with 4 starters missing. So and mind you, it's the Jets. You can only take so much from it. The Jets are awful.
That's
But
not what I'm getting from you, bro. You sound like, oh, we turned the season around. No, that's what I'm
I
hearing.
ain't saying all that. It ain't that big of a deal, but I will say there's reason for optimism. So I'll say that much. I'm not saying we're going to the playoffs. I'm not saying anything like that. I'm just saying we won a game, and I'm happy that we won the game. We're not the Bengals. We're not the Bengals. Yeah, sorry, useless. The Bengals have a lot of problems. They got a lot of problems right now. But did you see any of it? Any of the good things that happened for the Dallas Cowboys?
Well, I mean, when I saw that y'all were playing the Jets, I was like, I don't really think that's one of the ones I'm gonna be on this weekend. I mean, it's the Jets. It's the Jets. Let's be honest. Like
And you were
we
right.
never nobody really expects much from the Jets.
Yeah, and you were absolutely correct. There's nothing to expect from the Jets. Said the Lions are the best team in football. I think I might agree with that. I might agree this week. Wait a minute now, Grimy. Fire James Franklin now. Hold on now.
Bro, I've been seeing a lot of that. Dude, for real. So think about this. I want you to think about this. The current head coach at UCLA has the same amount of top 10 wins that James Franklin has.
Damn, that's bad.
Dude just took the job, 4 days ago?
Yeah.
And got a top 10 win. James Franklin has 1.
It's bad.
And he been at Penn State, 10, 12 years, something like that?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
It's kind of having like the Brian Kelly Notre Dame type vibes where like he was there 10 years. They couldn't really get over the hump. Like the fan base was like, yeah, we kind of need an injection of some new life. He goes to LSU. They get Marcus Freeman, and it's like the Notre Dame fans are happy. The LSU people were happy in the beginning. They're not so happy nowadays, but it's getting similar type vibes with James Franklin and Penn State.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right about that. That's true. I didn't even think about it that way. Yeah, calm down, Sterling. Houston got 1 win. They won 1 game. 1 against a team whose quarterback was injured, and y'all were starting a quarterback that we got rid of. So, I mean, not y'all, but the other team, the Ravens. So,
I mean, they got the same amount of wins as the Cowboys. They both got 2 wins. I'm just saying.
That ain't nothing. I ain't worried about them. Texans versus Lions. Texans, I have no faith in the Texans getting it to the playoffs at all. They're going to be sitting at home with us. Let's see here. Oh, yeah. Speaking of best teams in football, the Eagles and the Bills both lost.
Yep.
Both of them. Whose loss do you think is the worst?
I'm gonna go with Philly just because you starting to see the receivers like that, the way they starting to feel about not getting the ball and just the
Mhm.
quarterback play from Jalen Hurts. You starting to see that spill over on the field, and I can only imagine what it's doing in the locker room. So
Yeah.
I think the Eagles definitely got to get that figured out because they got way too much talent. They're way too good. They're a potential, Super Bowl caliber team. So they definitely gotta get that figured out. What about you?
Yeah, I definitely think it's the Eagles. But here's the thing: like, I think the Eagles peaked last year. I don't. I think this team that's playing these very close games with pretty much everybody. That's who they are. Um, Not saying that they're not a good team, and not saying that they're not going to win the division. I think they will in the division still. But I the way that they don't like Saquon had what 6 touches last game, 6. Um, the receivers, like you said, aren't getting the ball like they want the ball. The offense is just not getting. They're not getting things going the way that they should. Like, and the defense, they're doing their job, but obviously the Zach Bond situation at the very end, which I didn't necessarily think was a penalty. I mean, it was bad, but do you mess up the entire game based on that? I don't know, but um, it was like this is what they deserved. They deserved to lose the Rams game too. So, I think this is who they really are. Um, we'll see if they turn around, but this happened last year too. And last year, they turned it around and obviously made it all the way to the Super Bowl. So we'll see. Hopefully they don't. Hopefully they lose all the rest of the games. But
Of course, you're gonna say
I don't like the Eagles, man.
that.
There's only one team in the league that I hate more than the Eagles, and that's actually the Cowboys because they hurt me so much. but but the Bills, man, I mean, they had 3 turnovers in that game. It was just an unfortunate set of circumstances, and then you got Stephon Diggs on the other side in a revenge game, and that dude, like, he looked like Stephon Diggs for real.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
that was amazing to see. I hopefully his brother starts to look like Trayvon Diggs at some point, but Stephon, man, he really showed out. And the Patriots, man, they might got something. They might actually got something now.
Yeah, we'll see. It's still early though. We'll see.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, not to say that they're going to again challenge the Bills for the division or anything like that, but if they play, some competitive ball, Vrabel got them going in the right direction, and that's really all that they need. This is supposed to be a stepping stone season anyway. They got a bunch of rookies, so this is them going in the right direction, and that's a
Yeah.
huge win for the
Yeah.
franchise.
And then on the flip side, I tell people all the time in all professional sports, everybody are pros, everybody are professionals. There are no bums in the NFL. Everybody can play.
Yeah,
Everybody can play. Like you got to be in the 1% to even get there.
hmm yep, yep. You're right, Chris Cushman. Washington did look good with Jaden Daniels back, and the Chargers look bad. They every time they get in a pressure situation, things fall apart for them. Every single
Mhm.
can't trust the Chargers. Um, okay, let's talk about one other thing before I get into these this little game. So we got UFC Qatar that was announced late last week. Armin Sarukian against Dan Hooker
Yep.
in Bilal versus Ian Machado Gary. What's
Yep.
your thoughts on those matchups?
So first off, just a little bit to add on to this, Dana White did say that Armin Dan Hooker's number one contender fight at lightweight. So
Did he say that? Okay.
yeah, so yeah, he did. So that puts a little bit more on that matchup. I like the matchup. I'm glad Dan Hooker's back from his hand injury. I'm glad Armin Sarukian is finally getting back in there because I think he should be the number one contender right now. But with what happened at UFC 311, he's got to get another win. before he can get back in there. So I like it all the way around. And then Bilal, Ian Gary. I mean, I guess it makes sense, but I mean, it doesn't really move the needle for me personally. But I mean, it makes sense. I mean, you know, two is Ian Machado Gary top 5, or is he like right outside of top 5?
I think he's like 6 or 7. He right
So
there.
I mean, it makes sense. It makes sense.
Yeah. I'm happy for Dan Hooker to be in the number 1 contender fight. And Armin gets to fight somebody that's a dog. So we get to see you know what Armin is made of, because if anything, I would assume that Armin's probably the favorite. Dan's gonna push him. He ain't gonna let him have nothing. So I'm curious how that's gonna work, and I'm also curious how Dan's takedown defense is gonna be, because that's definitely where Armin's gonna want to put the fight. But yeah, it being a number 1 contender fight is great. I'm glad that they actually said that. Because yeah, we need some clarity in this division. This division tends to always move slow. So them doing that will probably start to unwind a couple of other things. If Holloway's fighting Pimblett, that also helps. If that's actually facts. But yeah, no, I'm happy to see that. But like Bilal and Ian Gary, I can tolerate Bilal, but I don't like Ian Gary. But hopefully Bilal comes back and fights the way that he did on his way to the belt. And if he does that, then it'll make it an interesting fight, an interesting little chess match. Is this something that I would like spend my money to go and see it live? Absolutely not. I would not. Even though I did go and see Ian Gary and Carlos Prates, that was because of Carlos. That wasn't because of him. So there's that. But I mean, it's an important fight. They got to have it. But did you say you favor anybody in that particular matchup?
And now what I'm gonna go in Ian Machado Gary, just because I think the takedown defense is gonna be there, and I think he's the better striker on the feet. What about you?
I favor Ian, but I kind of want Bilal to win just because it's just kind of the lesser of two evil me. But I know everybody else is different. But yeah, so I'd rather see Bilal win and then lose to whoever is in front of him. But either way it goes, it's not going to be great. It's not going to be great for nobody involved.
I got you.
All right, so let's see here. We're gonna play the blame game. So we're either gonna blame one of these people or credit the other person, and y'all can do this in the chat too. So either blame one, credit one. So the first one. So do you credit Alex Pereira or do you blame Magomed Ankalaev?
Shama, credit Pereira in that one. Credit Pereira, bro. Like him coming out and making it a point to like just go after him. There was nothing Ankalaev was gonna have to do about it. He like Alex knew what time it was as soon as they got in there.
Yeah. It was. Yeah, I felt like there was nothing that Ankalaev could have done to change what was going to happen to him. At that point, he had his mind set. And Ankalaev almost felt like he was going to do exactly what he did last time, and it wasn't going to be different, which, you know, it is what it is, man. You can't do that against Alex Pereira. All right, so do you credit Yuri Prochazka or do you blame Khalil Roundtree?
I'm going to credit Yuri because I like the first 2 rounds, Roundtree was doing what he needed to do. But when round 3, it just looked like he started to slow down just a bit. And that's all Yuri needed, just to put his foot on the gas and just go after Khalil. So I'm gonna say credit to Yuri.
I'm actually gonna say I blame Roundtree. I blame Roundtree for not being more well-rounded, because I feel like if he would have introduced any sort of grappling, he could have, just like you do in football, you run the ball, you control the clock. And he's a cerebral fighter, and he just didn't do it. And I understand you get hit in the face. It's hard to make those decisions. I get that. But it's still, that's part of the job. So I blame Roundtree for not introducing any sort of grappling. Yeah, there's some blame Khalil's in the yeah, it was in the bag for sure. Like, he had it, man. He had it. Had it. All right, so let's go. Do you credit the Cowboys or do you blame the Jets?
I blame the Jets, man. It's always the Jets' fault, man. Of course, the Jets are always going to do what the Jets do, man. Always blame the Jets.
Yeah. As much as I want to credit the Cowboys, I definitely blame the Jets.
Exactly.
That's
Exactly.
That's a high school football team. All right, they're not a high school, but they are a D2 football, college football team. All right. Do you? Oh, this is for you, Lane. Do you credit Florida or do you blame Texas?
I think this is a little bit of both, but I lean credit Florida because like the fans showed up, the swamp was rowdy. The defensive line took control of that game for Florida. I think they got 6 sacks in that game. So DJ Lagway, he didn't make any big mistakes. And then Florida had 2 freshmen that just played out of their minds. They had one 5-star receiver that just went nuts. So I definitely give credit to Florida, but the blame I give Texas, I don't think Steve Sarkisian is putting Arch in positions to be successful. If you go back and you watch a lot of it, it's a lot of like 3 receivers out in the pattern and everybody's running deep. He doesn't really have a check down. Like, I don't think he really put him in a situation to be successful. But I lean credit Florida.
Yeah. So I mean, everything that you just said about Texas, Steve Sarkisian, like, I 100% agree with. Like, I just feel like he's just not. You gotta. I watched a podcast just the other day that had Peyton Manning and Tom Brady, and they talked about being in the same offense for such a long time, and the fact that things were tailored around what they were able to do. And I think this Sarkisian, he hasn't done that for Arch. But that being said, Florida outplayed them. They just outplayed them, period.
Yep.
So I give all credit to Florida because they now it was at home, but you got to win those games in the SEC. If you're one ranked team in the country, you got to win those games. So I give all credit to Florida for doing what they did. All right, let's go with this one. Do you credit UCLA or do you blame Penn State?
I blame Penn State. I blame James Franklin. That like all the leaders on that Penn State football team, like, you know what time it is. You just lost a big matchup the previous week. You can't, then you go into a winless UCLA early kick, just fired their coach. That is inexcusable. You cannot lose that game. I don't care what's going on. It's inexcusable to lose that game. I 100% blame Penn State.
Yeah. Everything was stacked against UCLA winning that game. They were not supposed to win that game at all whatsoever. Penn State's supposed to be, what were they, ranked number 2 in the nation at the beginning of the year?
Yep. Texas and Penn State 1-2.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%. You're supposed to win that game. You got blue chippers all over the place. A quarterback that was in the conversations for being a possible number 1 overall pick. Y'all supposed to win that game. I blame Penn State 100%. Elaine had a question. Has anyone been in that stadium? She's talking about the swamp.
Bro, the
before
swamp is for real. The
yeah.
swamp. I'm gonna be honest. It's so many different places in the SEC where it's no joke. Like
Mhm.
Florida, LSU, A&M, Tennessee, Auburn, Georgia, Bama, like all of them. You like it's gonna be rough, and the fans let you hear about it for
Yeah,
sure.
they do. Yeah, they do.
Mm-hmm.
All right, here's the last one. You credit the Patriots, or do you blame the Bills?
This is another one of those that's a little bit of both, but I'm gonna blame the Bills just because I know what their aspirations are, and I know the type of player they got in Josh Allen. And then you said he had 3 picks.
It was no, it
Yeah,
wasn't 3
like
picks, but it was 3 turnovers though. There was 3 turnovers in the
yeah,
game.
yeah, like that. I'm definitely blaming the Bills on that. What about you?
I'm actually going to credit the Patriots. I don't think that they're supposed to win this game at this point in their rebound into relevancy. Um, like I said earlier, like Vrabel had them boys ready to play. They had rookies on the team that made impact. Stephon Diggs coming off of an ACL injury. I mean, playing like Minnesota Stephon Diggs. Like he came out there and did work, man. Like Drake May showed, that he's a quarterback to be looked at in this league as well. So I mean, I give credit to the Patriots. I mean, for the Bills, it's for actually the Bills and the Eagles. This is a good time to be losing. Like lose a game, learn what you need to learn, and then come back and be stronger. So I think it's good for them, but I give credit to the Patriots for this one. I definitely do. But one thing I was going to ask you, did you see what happened with the Cardinals?
I saw it briefly. Like who are they playing? They were because I
Cardinals
saw
was
some
playing
what
Tennessee.
was it the fumble? What
Yes,
was that? Yeah. I saw it. I did see that.
dude. Like I was watching it, and I saw him going. I mean, he was well past anybody that was, and I guess he just, I don't know. I guess he thought he was in already, and he just let the ball go. Just let it down. The same thing that happened to the old boy in Indianapolis
Yep.
earlier in the year.
Did
Like,
you see how the coach when he got to the side, bro? The
yes.
coach got laid into him on the sideline, bro.
Mhm. That's people's livelihoods you playing with, man. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I know he didn't do it on purpose, but you just gotta have the presence of mind. Like you gotta finish the play. And what's funny is as soon as it happened, like I'm sure I'm not the only one, but like I immediately was like, they're gonna lose this game.
Yep.
They're gonna
That's
lose.
how it goes. Like when you have like a bonehead play like that, it's guaranteed to come back and bite you.
Mhm.
Guaranteed every time.
100% Matua, like he dropped the church's money.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Like that was, and then the fact that they just apps like that, just for Kyler Murray to been undefeated in high school, he getting all his losses in the NFL.
Yep.
All of them coming now. Yeah.
See, that's one of the things when you get drafted so high in the draft. You go to a team that's got issues all over the place. You know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
if you look at like Ben Roethlisberger or Brady, like the guys that go later in the draft, they go to better teams.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep. Yep. I mean, Lamar Jackson,
Mm-hmm.
what, pick number 31?
Russell Wilson, another one.
Yeah. Yeah. You get picked late, you tend to have a better situation.
Mm-hmm.
Man. Man, we got through everything cool. So I like I like Mondays. I don't know what y'all think in the chat, but man, I think we might be moving this thing to Monday if you can do it.
Bro, I'm all the way with it, man. I'm all the way with it.
Yeah, I
We
think
can
so.
definitely make it happen. I'm down.
Cool. Well, yeah, we will catch you guys throughout the week. Cross's got some stuff coming out. I got some stuff coming out. So if y'all aren't, whoever's on isn't subscribed to both of us making the walk and crossover MMA, make sure y'all go and do that. But yeah, until next time.
Peace.
Thanks for watching Crosswalk. Make sure to come back next Tuesday to chop it up.
So please, whatever.